All right. Okay. So welcome everybody. Excited to have you on tonight on our Sunday Ignite Your Business Zoom with our special guests, Garrett and Sylvia. Thank you guys for taking the time. You know, we're so freaking excited at, after the launch of our Unwind. I don't know if you guys, some of you have been able to try it. So we're not going to drink any right now, but
we can have both. I can have
we
a
have
little coffee
and
for a
wine.
pick-me-up and a little wine to
Absolutely.
unwind. Right?
Absolutely. So thank you for taking time out of your Sunday to join us here tonight, because you guys, we're truly excited. We're excited because we just came off our launch of Unwind, and I can tell you, Mark and I have had the privilege, and we've been blessed to be on this product for a very substantial time frame. And so I'm going to let Mark kick it off.
So yeah, like Judy said, we talked a little bit yesterday about it. Sometimes if you're like me, I'm severely ADD. I have another problem. I can write, but I can't read my own writing. So it's really hard for me to do notes too. And Scout's honor, that's the truth. But if you know anything about my past, you've heard my story, from 3 years ago. It was 3 years ago right now, when the whole coffee thing started, and when that product came into my life. But prior to Judy and I being in direct sales, we were in the furniture business, and actually for quite a while I was specializing in the mattress business, actually. So I learned a lot about sleep. Actually, one of the first direct selling company I was ever involved in had sleep systems. And so I understand a lot about it. And I understand that there's so many people, struggling with it, right? And, we don't always talk about it. And so I think what's really important here is us just bringing it up, us starting that conversation. There's so many people who that are going to say, oh my gosh, I don't sleep good, because already for Judy and I, our daughter was last night, oh my gosh, I don't sleep good. I want to try this product. And goodness, Judy had messages several times today.
Yes, absolutely. I had a girlfriend of mine reach out, and it wasn't even a post that I made. It was a post that Lisa Yan had put on a flyer with our testimonial on it. And she reached out and she said, you know what? I don't sleep well. Tell me more about this. I want to try it. So you guys, you don't have to indirectly message or put it out there on your Facebook, because really what I'm finding is all of us have issues with sleep. And we have a product here that really, really works. And that's why I'm really excited, to share with you what it has done for Mark and I. And that's why we didn't get to really share it in full detail after the launch or on the launch, because we didn't have a lot of time. But you guys, what this has been able to do for Mark and I, first of all, I want to say we start with happiness here, right? We know what our dose product does. It makes us all happy, right? It releases the happy hormones in our brain, right? And so it starts with happiness. And when you can be happy and take our products, you can see the results. Now, I know a lot of you've been following me a little bit. You know that, Mark and I, as Garrett and Sylvia said, we look 10 years younger. Well, we feel 10 years younger because we've lost weight. And when you can lose weight, you definitely feel better, right? You're in better health. And the reason why the products are working, and I really truly believe that because we've been on the chill, I have to say unwind, it's got to get used to saying that, but it has made our products work even better, because when you can get a good night's sleep and you can wake up in the morning, you wake up feeling better. You are much happier. So you know that you're going to perform better. And when you pair that with our dose, oh my gosh, you have your best day ever. Yep. And that's what Garrett talked about. And so when you think about the combination of dose and our unwind and pairing those together, that creates wellness. And we all want to feel better. We all want to be healthier. And when Mark talked about my daughter and my friend reaching out, You guys, this is an opportunity for us to reach out to our loved ones. We know they're the people who are closest to us, even our customers who we've gotten to know, to introduce to you this new product, because you guys, this is a new product. This is like for us starting day one.
It really is. And that's why, you know, when I first sampled this a few weeks ago, we were sent a couple, 3 samples each. And it was almost instant. It was like, wow. See, I was always struggling going to sleep at night. I might be tired, but I go lay down in bed and then I would lay there awake, sometimes for hours, right? Or during the night, I might wake up and I wouldn't fall back asleep. And all of a sudden I had this product that was making me tired. And when I was laying down, I was falling asleep. When I was waking up, because sometimes the older us guys get, the more we get up at night, I was like hanging on to stuff because I was so tired. I was thinking I might fall over. And when I laid back down, boom, lights out. Like I couldn't wait to get back into bed. And knowing what I know about sleep, and I'm not going to go into all that, but getting into deep REM sleep is, I mean, that is the #1 nutritional item you can give to your body there and mind. There isn't anything you can give it that's any better than that. And so I knew when I was getting these results that I needed to have more, because one of the other things, if you know, I've struggled, right, with, I got hit by a drunk driver years ago, and I struggle with a lot of pain. And, you know, quite frankly, I need a really great night's sleep. That's the only thing really that gives me that extra edge during the day, that lets me have a better quality day anymore, that allows me to take a little bit less of the pain meds that I have to take. My legs feel like there's a hot iron on each thighs all the time. So it's a really big deal to me. And so I knew we had something awesome. They sent more product and it was like, oh my gosh. And then the max caps, all of this all happened at about the same time. And of course, I've always loved Xanthamax. And you know, a lot of times we don't talk about it, but Xanthamax, there's an awful lot of people in the organization here that take Xanthamax at night. I hear, you know, Jill Schweda tells me all the time, my gosh, I couldn't get my rings on my finger if I didn't take it at night. Bob Cratch, a professional football player, tells me all the time about all the health benefits of, especially of Xanthamax and the anti-inflammatory properties at night. So that's actually a duo combo in itself. But the bottom line is, people today will invest in their sleep. See, when I was in the mattress business, it was like pulling teeth to get a couple to come in and spend $1,000 on a mattress. Today, they're $5,000. As a matter of fact, they're buying air. I mean, think about it. That same guy that created that air bed back in the late 80s was trying to get me to buy it. And I said, nobody will pay that kind of money for air. And back then, they were only going to sell for $1,000. You know, the point is people have learned over the course of the last 20, 25 years how valuable sleep is, and they're willing to invest in it. We spend 1/3 of our life doing it. And one other thing I know for certain, everybody remembers the following day, not only how well they slept the night before, they also remember if they were able to fall asleep right away. That's a certain thing. And sometimes they are able to actually think back several days. You know, the other thing that's crazy about sleep to me, it's the only thing we walk around. I mean, we all do it, or most of us anyway. Sometimes when we don't get a lot of it, we brag about it. And I have no idea why we do that, but you know, thank God that if we don't get enough, we have our other Dose Duo products to give us that lift and help us get us through the day. But you guys, I'm so excited because when I look at the amount of volume that we've done, because remember, this isn't, you know, where we're starting a new company with packs and all these other things, right? That are all centered around this product. Really, I mean, honestly, it was really just the distributors buying it for themselves yesterday, some extra for samples, calling a few customers, because, you know, I mean, look, we didn't get done till in the afternoon. Our volume wasn't just great yesterday, but it was off the charts this morning, which tells me there were a lot of Smart Ship auto ships created yesterday. And instead of them wanting the Smart Ship a month from now, they wanted it this morning. And we did more business, I believe, yesterday and today with Unwind than we did probably during our first 3 weeks that when we were launching with packs and everything. So congratulations to all of you for all of that. And we're just getting started because, you know, there's so many people. If you're just new getting started now, great, congratulations, welcome. You just have more to offer everybody. If you've been here, you have another product to take back to those customers, those friends, all of those people. You can go share this story with this, because I believe this is the same as when we started in the first. You know, facts tell and stories sell, right? When you're talking about, oh my gosh, I tried this product, it improved my sleep. So many people suddenly tell you, oh my gosh, I don't sleep good. You know, it's not like they're out looking, but when they hear you say it, they're saying, I don't sleep good. I want to try your product. And I believe wholeheartedly that we have some magic here in this little glass. And I believe that we're going to change so many lives, and we're going to add so many new people to our organization that are going to want to share this product with the world. And that's what I'm excited about. That's why I wanted to get on here to just share with you. This has been life-changing for Judy and I, health-wise, sleep-wise, and having been in this business a long time and kind of knowing from the past what we have here. We have another amazing, amazing product to get out there and share and invite people to come back and share their stories. Judy?
Yeah. And, you know, I really want you guys to understand something too. You know, this being a new category, this is really what we've been waiting for. This is what we asked for. And I'm not saying Mark and I, there were a lot of people here in the company that wanted a new category, wanted a new product, not that would take away from the dose. This actually insinuates. I mean, this is such a great marriage with dose. And when you talk, when I hear Garrett talk about this is your best day yet. So when you can take our dose products, our Xanthamax, or one of our functional beverages with the Xanthamax, and then the Max Caps, and then finish it off with our Unwind, you are talking about having the best day yet. And you guys, people are out there. They're walking around sleepless. They're walking around tired. They're walking around needing energy. And like I said, just a few people that have reached out. We even had a distributor, Elapreneur, that messaged me and said, what are you and Mark doing? You guys look amazing. And it was pretty simple. We just shared with her what we were doing. You guys, when you can put the dose and pair it with the Unwind, you have got the best day you could ever possibly want. We are so excited. I'm so excited because we have a new category. We have a new opportunity to introduce this product to our friends, our family, customers. I mean, new people, I mean, this is so I feel like we're just getting started. This is day one, you guys. This is day one. And we're talking about doing some amazing fun things, some weekly promotions. I'll let Mark share some of that with you.
We'll come back to that in a minute. Let's invite Garrett and Sylvia on here too.
We got the most famous loved couple of the century.
You are. Hey,
we're
on with the chief fun couple, the chief fun officers of our company. And
well, you know, we could talk all day, we could talk all night. We're just excited. Thank you guys for taking the time. We know how busy you are. We are so grateful and so appreciative that you've listened to us, that you, not just Mark, but of the field as a whole, and, you know, listen to what we really thought would be great out here for the, you know, the marketplace and to bring to our friends and family. So without further ado, we're going to let you guys just share with us, why is this product so great? What's in it and what are the benefits?
Well, Mark and Judy, first of all, you guys are super generous. I would stay on here and have other people on here because they're going to do something that's going to be relevant to this week. So guys, you're going to have a fun week. Mark and Judy are very generous. They're going to do something that's around activity and something around results. I think it's going to be this 5 days before the end of this week. So it's going to be pretty cool. But first of all, the name. So why do we call it Unwind? And the reason is we want it to be the antidote to wine. because you know what, today, one of the biggest categories that has grown, you know, David talked about it, whether you look at 45% growth in wines and spirit sales in the United States during the pandemic. And that's at a time when bars, you know, for the most part were closed. Restaurants, for the most part, were closed. So what's happening? People are drinking at home. So we wanted to be the unwine. So that was the whole concept behind it, going, hey, you know what, like the uncola, like the unfranchise, we wanted to be the opposite. We wanted to be the solution. We did not want to be that solution. Not that we're saying in any way passing judgment and saying drinking a glass of wine responsibly or having a cocktail. But what we were just saying is, hey, you know, the realities are, it was crazy. You know, what David shared when he said, you know, that the fact is that dispensaries got reclassified, we live in Washington, to being an essential service. And, you know, people just couldn't do without it. Now I understand, because the people hold medical cards and those are the people that go there. So guys, I understand it. I'm not making fun of it. But what I'm trying to say is people are looking for solutions. And here's the thing, they don't tell you. Because you know what, one of the things, you're only as sick as your secrets. And people that struggle with any form of addictions or taking things, guess what? Their family and friends end up many times being the last people to know, because they suffer in silence. They do it at home. And what we were looking for is saying, hey, given that we know that this is a challenge that's going out in the world today, that these solutions are going through the roof. You know, our product doesn't treat, it doesn't cure, it doesn't mitigate, it doesn't prevent any diseases. So we just said, hey, how many people out there sleep? Well, the fact is, if they're living, they do sleep. I mean, the reality is the only people we're not looking for are vampires. Not that I'm sure there are any out there, maybe some energy vampires. And we could do without them anyway.
And they are formulated for adults. That is true.
They are. They're formulated for adults. But what I want to say is this, is that people are looking for what you have. And what Mark said is so important. Guys, most people are not shouting from the rooftops that they're looking. They're saying things like, I'm on my last nerve.
Yep.
How many of you have heard that? Or, oh my gosh.
How many of you have said that? I mean, I've said it some days. On my last nerve and you're on it.
Somebody's correcting me on the vampires. Vampires sleep too, just during the day. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm on my last nerve. Or, oh my gosh, I snapped at my kids like I've not snapped at my kids in a long time or ever.
Or your spouse.
I snapped at my spouse or at my parents or at a colleague at work, or I'm on a shorter fuse than I've ever been on before. I feel more tired than I've ever before. I fall into depression more like I've ever fallen before. I'm snarkier than I've ever been before. I'm sarcastic than I've ever been before. I make fun of people in silence. In fact, now my silence is turned in. I speak it out loud. You know, so guys, what I'm saying is we have always been. You have always been the happy company. You've always been the happy co. You've always been the happy group of people that said, hey, we have a solution. And the solution that we have, everything that we do, the first thing it does, the conversation starts with happiness. And when you're happy, so many things can happen. Number one is when people are happier, they lose weight. And the fact is,
that's true.
It is. Why? Because they don't think about food. They're not stress eating. Do you stress eat? In other words, when you're stress eat, you go, you know what? Don't need that chocolate bar. Ice cream, nothing to do with stress. You know what? When I stress.
But conversely, when you are in that place, or when you're just like watching constant negative news, or you're freaked out about something, or you're fearful about something, what are you doing? I mean, it's like the ice cream, the carbs, the chips, all the things that, I mean, it's called comfort food for a reason. People are self-medicating with food, or like you said, with wine or with other substances. It's just, it is what humans do. And it's it's historic times. I mean, it's been going on 7 months. People go, oh, I can get through, 7 hours, 7 days, but 7 months, guys, I mean, that's a long time for people to be going through this level of uncertainty. And you might have felt it yourself. You might have felt it in a family member. You might have felt it in some of the people you work with. You might have felt it. You might have worried about, hey, I'm supposed to be here for everybody. I'm the mom or the dad, but it's like my kids are freaking out because they can't go to regular school right now, and they are not doing well doing distance learning. They're missing their friends, or they're bouncing off the walls.
I never saw that. Desserts is stress spelled backwards.
That's the truth though, but it's a big problem, and I can't be the only one that has been feeling this more. And I'm so grateful for all of the happy products. But I mean, since about March, when everything just seemed like the whole world changed, it's been harder to resist the things that you should resist. Isn't that true? I mean, whether it's staying up late and shopping, as was it Melissa Lucas that said that on the call on Saturday, or whether it's, the desserts, trying to take care of the stressed backwards. I mean, everybody, Carol's saying, I'm here now. So many people are in that place where they're feeling and living that stress every day, and it's having an adverse effect on their health, on their sleep, on their relationships, on their ability to focus and concentrate at work, on their ability to be a good parent. I mean, so many things are being affected mentally, psychologically by this stress, let alone all the things that are happening physiologically in our bodies. So there's that stuff going on in our brains and emotions, but then physiologically, when you have stress for 7 hours or 7 days or 7 months, guys, it starts to take a toll on your body, because your body can't help itself. It is creating cortisol all the time. All the time that you're experiencing stress, cortisol is just, your body is a machine that does that. We are programmed that way. And when you have excess cortisol in your body, there are not good things happening. I mean, cortisol in the extreme, it is the silent killer. Stress is, inflammation is, all of these things are. So you compound that with all the emotional things, all the physiological things, all of and then on top of that, maybe you don't agree with somebody in your own household about, the presidential election or something else that's going on. So let's not get started there. But I'm just saying, there's so many things compounded on it. The economic challenges that people are having because of maybe being out of work, or somebody's underemployed, or their job just got so much harder because, like, I know with our daughter, she cuts hair for a living, and she runs a salon, and all of the protocols they have to go through.
It takes 15 or 20 minutes between
each client. They can't take as many clients. They got to go through and do this full, huge, super cleanup and mop down and, whatever they do. I don't know, the desanitizing.
Extra hour in the evening. Remember, clean. But remember, this is something important, guys. Sleep deprived. So there are books on sleep.
Yeah.
And the reality is they make it very easy for us to understand. Enhanced interrogations, I'm not talking about that we should be involved in torture, but one of the things that they do is they deprive people of sleep. Because what it does is it means it lowers people's disciplines. Yeah. It lowers your ability to function. It lowers the brain's capacity. It lowers your immune system. The body just can't function for very long without it. And particularly when they're not getting quality sleep. Guys, we have something that people need, but most people suffer in silence. Yeah. I'm just going to tell you, because they don't feel it's okay to say, hey, you know what, I can't sleep. Because other people go, well, you know what, I can't eat. I don't have a job. I'm really worried about this. I'm worried about that. Guys, worry is also, I believe that worry is going to be one of the things that's directly linked to creating health challenges.
It is.
And I think and the reason is I'm a worrier. I know what that's like. Guys, when you're
I was going to say, you should know.
I should know.
But it's true. You are.
I'm OCD, as you know. I've got an obsessive compulsive disorder. I'm on that continuum. I've got ADD and ADHD. OCD, so I struggle with, I've got what they call overfocused ADD. So I find it hard to transition from one thing to another thing. If I'm doing the right thing, that's a good thing. But then I eventually somebody goes, hey, you need to take time with the kids now. You need to take family time now. We need Garrett time. You need to break away from that. But also understand at night I don't sleep well. And one of the things I've got is a watch. And I'm a competitive sleeper.
It's a Garmin watch.
And I thought it was going to be a good idea until I started stressing out about my numbers in the morning when I'd wake up and I'd look at and it gives me my report for the last 4 hours. Go, dang, I didn't have a great night's sleep, and I can tell I don't feel good either. And I'm already starting off the day stressed.
And I didn't know about these watches. So explain what you mean by that. We got these Garmin's because we wanted to, didn't we get them at Christmas?
Yes.
To help us just, you know what I mean, be more aware of our health, our heart rate, our respiration rate, our blood ox, what is it called again?
But anyway,
all of those things. But that's his watch literally tracks how well he sleeps.
And it shows you you can look the last 7 days and you can look at the last 4 hours in real detail. And I've never been able to get into the zone. You're meant to get into this. You're not meant to be this big peak and valley thing. So I looked like, this huge peak and valley thing that was just cray. In fact, I looked like my picture was exactly what they said it shouldn't be. And I was going, I wonder what was going on. And I'd be literally going, I wonder if I could remember, was I dreaming at the time? Did I go to the toilet during that time? What was going on during that? I mean, it was just a nightmare, just the worst thing ever to give someone that's OCD, to give them these, I wonder why you ever did that to me. No. But
so he's worried he can't sleep. So he can't sleep from the worry about not.
But you know what's interesting? It's gone right now and it's perfect all the way across.
Yeah.
I wake up
like a straight line just about.
And I go, oh my gosh, that's incredible. And guys, I will say this. Every one of us came into 2020 with high hopes. Yeah. And I think that part of the challenge is that so many of us feel like we're in October. But I want you to know we're in October and it's not over. And I think this is an important message for us to understand. Depending on what it is that your faith is, but I believe there's no such thing as coincidence. It's God's way of remaining anonymous. I actually believe that what we do is worthy work. I believe that this should be day one, like Judy said, not just one day. And I think it's really important for us to realize that in October, November, and December, we can do incredible things. We can still achieve the financial goals. We can still achieve the positive impact goals we want to achieve. And here's why. We can add on. We got to where we are with the products that we have. We have a list of functional beverages, guys. The reality is more people are drinking more beverages at home today than were ever drinking before. They are looking for options. How do we know this? We actually hired a market research team to go out and validate this. And they said more people are bean baristas at home today, drinking drinks that are in your category than ever drank before. Guys, our product is better priced than a drip cup of coffee at Starbucks. But in addition to that, you can have happiness. In addition to that, you can have weight loss. In addition to that, you can have productivity and focus. In addition to that, you can have wellness. And you can then, that makes you happy. And if you want to be happier, add on your Xantamax. Mm-hmm. That is what this company was built on. And we've got a full range of functional beverages that pair together with Xantamax on their own. Then on top of that, you can add in your Max Caps Plus. Look at how healthy and how much weight that Mark and Judy have lost. But then when you add in Unwind, you can create your best day ever. But the reality is, when you can have a large group of customers buying your product on Smart Ship, that's the key. The difference between direct sales and network marketing is, direct sales is you have to directly make the sale every single month. It's a transaction every single month. Network marketing success is a Smart Ship number that goes up. And when you can create teams of people who create Smart Ship customers, that's when you create this geometric growth. That's when you create repeat income, because repeat incomes are only created when you have what? Repeat purchases. There's a difference between a repeat sale and a repeat purchase. Direct sales is repeat sales. Network marketing is repeat purchases, which are Smart Ships. And then when you have teams of people that can do that, because they're selling into a marketplace where people want to buy, they want a functional beverage because it's a redirected spend that will make them happy, that will make them help them lose weight, that will help them be more productive and focused, that will help them have wellness so they feel like I can justify this and I want to buy this. I can feel happy. I feel happier with Xanthamax. I can dial in my perfect day with the Max Cast Plus, and I can unwind at the end of the day that I want, and I can put this together in any combination that I want. Mark is right on when he said we had many times, he said to me today, because I haven't seen the numbers, many times more, multiples of more smart chips run last night versus that ran on Saturday night. So, I mean, yeah, that ran on Saturday night versus ran on Friday night. Guys, that is smart chips. That is the key. That is a repeat purchase. That is a customer saying, hey, you know what? I see the value in what you're doing. I not only want it this month, I'm telling you right now, I really think I want it next month as well. And you know, when people want it next month, they want a repeat purchase. Repeat purchasers become what? Referring purchasers. Because repeat purchasers become raving fans, become referring purchasers, and you create growth. What I see happening, I'm going to go back to Mark. Do you want to read that last piece?
I want to just say one thing. In doing the research and looking up, you know, what this product could potentially do. I mean, part of what we talked about was stress in terms of wellness, but there's also, I mean, something called stress belly. I don't know if y'all heard those commercials way back when, and I guess it was maybe about 8 years ago or so, that people started understanding the relationship.
I wasn't in the market. Sorry.
But the relationship, this is serious.
I know they don't believe me that I wasn't in the marketplace. They know that they look at me and go,
stress belly. And the fact that cortisol, and what it does in terms of you holding on to weight. So for people that may have gone, I don't know, I'm doing the same things. Yes, I'm a little more stressed out. Yes, everything seems to be sort of crumbling around me, or yes, life just got that much more hard. And I'm putting on weight. Why is that? I'm doing everything the same. Why is my weight loss stalled out? Stress is a real factor in it. Stress, and also the lack of sleep, or the lack of good sleep, or if you were waking up like he was every hour, or tossing and turning, or whatever, you know, the additional stress in the world was doing to your own situation. There's a lot of research about it. I'm not going to, I mean, you can just look online and you'll see all kinds of stuff around cortisol, stress, and weight gain or inability to lose weight, and what that does to that visceral fat that's right around the middle. That's exactly where you don't want it, right? It's that belly fat. And I remember
Dr. Oz did that program. He did this challenge, and there was some relationship between your height and your belly fat. And he said, if the ratio, because he said you need your belly, your circumference on your belly, if it gets too large, it's probably the greatest indicator as men, particularly, that you're going to have health challenges. You're right on. I remember when I saw that and I measured my belly and I gone, oh my gosh.
Well, and they talked about, you know, an apple versus a pear, and that it'd be, you know, when it's right around the middle, that's usually what it's about. And I telling you, there are so many people out there right now that are struggling with that, even if they're not thinking about it from a wellness perspective, because they're the last one to look after themselves. They might be thinking about it from a weight perspective. They might be thinking about it in that way.
Do you want to spend a few minutes and go back to Mark and Judy, because they're ready to share it with
You're right, Carolyn. Dangerous. Visceral fat is dangerous on so many levels. It gives off its own hormones into the body that create all kinds of, that it just has a knock-on effect that is not good, a domino effect.
Weight should be less than half your height.
And it's not a judgment call. It's just about, your health. And I know there's some of you have already, you know, gone on and taken a look at this, but this is what I love. It says, turn your stress for unwind, turn your stressed life into your best life. We've had happy coffee all along. Now we got the healthy wine or healthy nightcap that is really going to help people. So it says, turn your stress life into your best life. Unwind, a deliciously relaxing, stress-relieving beverage designed to help you chill and get a great night's sleep so you can wake up inspired and ready to take on the world. Packed with vital plant-based extracts and rare botanicals like saffron, one of the most expensive, by the way, ingredients in the world, saffron.
wow.
Grapeseed. Anybody ever heard of grapeseed and what grapeseed extract can do in the body? I mean, you can Google these ingredients. So saffron, grapeseed, ashwagandha. You probably won't know how to spell that one. You can look on the website, but ashwagandha, and what that does, that adaptogen that helps, bring those cortisol levels into a healthy range
Dissolves
again.
brilliantly in cold water. Sorry, I'm answering questions as well.
Yes. Awesome in cold water. That's the way that we drink it, in just cold, plain water. So ashwagandha, cordyceps. Does anyone know what cordyceps is? It's a type of mushroom. And anybody that knows about immune support and the way that the different mushrooms help with that. So reishi mushroom, cordyceps, and the beneficial effects on support for the immune system. Holy basil. Every time I see that, I'm like, holy basil. But look it up, Google it, and you'll see. Lemon balm. There are so many different things. Antioxidants, apple extracts and polyphenols. There's so many different things.
Reishi?
And the fact that I said reishi together with cordyceps, they're two different types of mushrooms that work on your body, but it doesn't taste like mushroom. Trust me, it just tastes nothing like mushroom. It just tastes like a beautiful sort of just reminiscent of wine, but really more sort of like grape. And it's alcohol-free, CBD-free, as we know, gives your body and soul a rest.
Unwind. There's a reason why it's called unwind.
Exactly. It gives your body and soul a restful night's sleep, plus antioxidant power. The antioxidant power, by the way, the ORAC on it is off the charts, with ingredients that may even enhance immune support. You have to say may even, but yes, immune support and reduce excess cortisol. It says, note, studies show that your body can overproduce cortisol when you're stressed. Excess cortisol and poor sleep may be linked to weight gain and visceral body fat. Sipping this luscious, full-bodied, berry-flavored wellness beverage in the evening helps you unwind the stress of your day. This proprietary, powerful blend of antioxidants, adaptogens, extracts, botanicals, ionic minerals, and more is designed to promote happy relaxation and drifting into your best sleep ever in a healthy way that you'll feel good about in the morning. It may also help combat feelings of stress and restlessness. I can just keep going if you want. When it's hard to switch off after a busy, stress-inducing day, unwind is just what you need. Sip and chill this fragrant, tasty beverage while curled up in your favorite easy chair or cuddled up on the couch.
Oh,
It's time to put down the phone, tune out the noise and nonsense, just unwind. Feel the stress start to melt away as cortisol levels lower. Remember, there's no buzz because unwind is alcohol-free. Then sleep sneaks up on you with a welcome, warm embrace. The next morning you wake up and wow, you look refreshed and you feel great. It's called beauty sleep for a reason. You feel energized, calm, centered, and then you realize that you feel happier too. A great day includes the night, and every evening you deserve to unwind. It's a totally new kind of nightcap. Do this for you. Do this for your family, because stress, excess cortisol, and excess belly fat is unhealthy. Here's to a healthy new you. Cheers. And it talks about all the things that are in there. There's just a little bit of melatonin. There's a little bit of things that are relaxing. Oh, thank you, Melinda. You have the perfect voice to read that.
yeah. She does, doesn't she?
Yes, and it is. It's like a healthy nightcap. I mean, as we were testing out all the different versions, and there was such a process to go through. It was like every night you got to curl up and sort of cuddle up, and those loving feelings as well.
I had in there the cuddle factor. What's between 1 and 10 cuddles?
No, it's an 11 on the cuddle factor. Believe me. I mean, there are a lot of really cool ingredients in it that
people say, where can they find that? What you just read? It's on the
I believe it's on the website, but if not, I can post it somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's the description on the website. Let me just Hold on one
Why
second.
don't we go to
I'll
Mark
find
and
it.
Judy while we look it up? So that Mark and Judy, I know you guys have things you want to share because I know you got a call at the top of the hour, a Zoom at the top of the hour. So let's go there.
They didn't post the whole thing on the website. It's just the first paragraph, I think.
You know, you guys, you hear me talk all the time, or Judy and I talk all the time. You know, this business, it actually is easy, but you just got to do it, right? You got to take that action. You've got to get out there and you have to share stories, share product, connect people to other than yourself, right? Let others validate what you're saying. And that's the power. And what Judy and I want more than anything for you to understand is if we can do this, anybody can do this. And I always say it, the trick to this business is just getting out and gathering customers and finding business partners. Between them and you know, their personal purchases, get to star or bronze, right? That is something that you have 110% control over. Finding customers, finding business partners, and their own personal orders of consumption. Get yourself to star or bronze that way. And then all you're doing from there is helping them have that same success. And that's how it was for Judy and I. You know, back 3 years ago, it was, you know, Chris Schweda and Chris, you know, with Ricky Durant and Shannon McDonald, who will be doing the Dose Zoom tonight here in just a few minutes. And, you know, Shannon's team and gosh, Maria Jambroni,
Well,
and then
there's too many.
and Joan Brittany Beck. But my whole point is I just named 3 or 4. The reality is you're just, all they did is repeat that process, and they had people repeating that process. And that's the simplicity of it, is just finding people that will do that simple process.
Right. And you guys, we're excited because we were talking to Garrett and we were sharing with him, you know, what we wanted to do. We you know, we want to give back to you guys. We appreciate how hard you work. We truly appreciate that. We're grateful for each and every one of you, from the newest person who joined us, welcome to the family, to for those of you who've been here from the beginning, right? So we're going to do what we call little blitzes, like 10-day blitzes of results and activity.
Yes.
We're going to do a promotion based around that, and it will be retroactive as of yesterday when the unwind came out. We don't have all the details, so please be patient with us as we work with trying to figure out the point system. But I can tell you this, we're going to give away lots of cash.
So give us a couple of days, 3 days to get this figured out. Just go do the activities, right? Go do what we all do. But just, you know, run for it, run hard for it. And there's going to be content, you know, there's going to be, I don't want to call them contests, but there's going to be promotion after promotion after promotion. They're going to be 1 week long promotions. This first one might be a few extra days longer, but if you did something, you know, yesterday, that's going to count. All right. And just understand that a customer has value in this. A customer on a smart ship has value in this. A distributor has value in this. A distributor with a smart ship has more value in this, and a distributor that comes with a pack has even more value. So we will create all these things, but then there's going to be some other little catches too in it. And that is the activity, right? By showing up, being present, inviting people, doing all of those things that do help us create this organization of customers and distributors. And so we're going to get it figured out in the next 2 to 3 days, and we're excited to release this, and we are going to run with this through October, through November, and we may even go all the way to the new year. And we're just excited about what you're going to experience for your own personal growth, but also the team that you're leading and the team that you're going to develop.
The other thing I'm going to let Sylvia and Garrett close this out real quick. I want to also share that we're going to be doing some fun Zooms where we're going to share with you about, like, how does this sound? And this didn't come from me. This is Garrett's idea. Delight Day for your customers. How cool is that? Where we can share some you know, things that you can you know, appreciate your customers, because we all know that it's so important, especially in today's world, how important it is for us to stay connected with our customers, because let me tell you what, everyone out there is fighting to get your customer. So I'm excited, just a little bit there to share with you. We got more coming. So Garrett and Sylvia, take
I
it
have
away.
one other thing before I forget, because of my ADD. We are also going to, in the next few days.
Hurry up.
Yeah, you're not the only one. We're going to put together, but it'll be a little later in the evening, Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, yes.
We're going to start a Zoom.
A Zoom. Hey,
An unwind Zoom.
An unwind Zoom. So it'll be at night where we can, get people on. So give us some thoughts around that, and let us know if that's something that you would like for us to do. Okay.
I'm just not sure how late we can go. Does it need to be 10 o'clock Eastern, 10:30 Eastern, or could we even do it 11 Eastern?
Yeah, we can all unwind together. So thanks for having us on. Garrett and Sylvia, go ahead and close it out. You got like 10 minutes.
No, we only need a couple of minutes. I just want to say thank you. When I was going like this, I was going, yes, I love Mark. I get excited about it. I mean, guys, I want to say this, how generous Mark and Judy are and how generous this team is. And I think all you really have to do is do what you're famous for. And you are famous for making people feel happy. And you're famous for making people feel happy by really by being authentically accepting. In other words, no strings attached acceptance. No strings attached, inviting people into your communities, your coffee chats, your chats and conversations, so people can feel loved, loving people where they're at, going through an education process. There's going to be 2 Zooms next week. I heard Mark say like maybe on a Tuesday and a Thursday. Guys, they could be teaching Tuesday and teaching Thursday, because it's going to be more about education and just giving people hope and saying, hey, you probably didn't know this, but here's some ideas that can de-stress you, help you sleep. And you may also want to consider this because it can help you unwind. And explain to people it's unwind. So they just get it and go, hey, you know what? I want to do this. And I just want to say to Mark and Judy, everybody always wants to be the first to be second. Everybody wants to wait for other people to step up and start. And I love that you're always the activation energy. You're always the starting energy. You're always to go out there for energy. You put your money out there, you put your feet out there, and you go out there and lead by example. And as Mark said, this company got built on a Zoom every day where people knew what they wanted to do, which is the next day, the people that join, bring them on the Zoom the next day. When you get back into that day one energy, not one day energy, day one energy, I think that success can be created. And remember, it's October. It's not over. It is October. And this is what I really want to finish with. It's October. Everything you started off 2020 can happen and then some. I believe tenfold is the promise that we're given, that we'll be the head and not the tail, the lender, not the borrower. The traps that our enemy set for us, that fall into, that we shall be, a table will be set forth before us, before our enemies, that footstool is something that is there for us, not for someone else, and that we are going to be the ones that will be victorious. You are not a victim. And I believe that with every fiber of my being. And I just want you to know how much we love you and how much we appreciate you and how grateful we are for you, from every single one of you. Anything else you want to share? We'll finish up, Sylvia?
No, just you guys know what to do.
You do.
You are the best in the world at this. You're the best we've ever seen. And we've seen a lot. You are the best at literally sharing with people something good that can help them in their lives and helping people feel better, helping them lead more powerful lives. So you all know what to do. You're already doing it. Mark and Judy are leading the way and setting that example of how to be, how to lead, how to basically share this with as many people as possible. It is worthy work that y'all are doing. And we feel blessed to be able to do it with you.
God bless you all. Have fun, y'all, with Shannon, Ryan McDonald, and everyone that Mark and Maria Jambarone and everyone else that was mentioned. This is actually, it says shoot for the stars. This was given to us at a Rising Star retreat. We were there with Mark and Judy, retreat 2019.
Got my name on it.
Got my name on it there too as well. So guys, that was what for Mark and that was Mark and Judy and Marie and Mark Chamberone and everyone there, guys. Shoot for the stars.
Yes.
You are doing worthy work. What you're doing is important work, and we love and appreciate you. God bless you, and cheers, y'all. Have a really fun Zoom, y'all. Remember, each one reach one.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
God bless.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
We're going to leave this meeting live here right now. Shanna will be on in the next few minutes. So we'll be starting at 9 Eastern time with the dose. If anybody wants to stay on for that, you're welcome to. I'm just going to end the recording, and that way she can start a new one. Hopefully I don't mess this up. Stop.